Hey everyone, this is Laura. I'm doing something I never thought I would do. I'm gonna start my own video blog, a vlog. I know I'm pretty nerdy. I'm not really worried about it tarnishing my reputation already because I'm already there. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of start this and give you a glimpse into my life on my writing, especially. It's kind of been my new passion, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it is winter in Minnesota and that really doesn't leave you with much to do unless you like doing outside stuff because there's just snow and snow and snow and snow and then more snow. It's kind of boring, especially when you're stuck in the house with three little kids all day, every day, and the other day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and you get the picture. So I usually like to have projects, and writing is something I've always wanted to do since I was like 14, 10, 12, somewhere around there, really young. And I really never thought I would actually do it. So it all, I mean, how did writing start, you ask? I mean, it kind of all started back in November. A friend of mine had done what is called NaNoWriMo, and it's National Novel Writing Month. And it's basically a contest in which you, as a person, sign up and online, and you start writing a book. And basically, your goal is to get to 50,000 words in 30 days. And it's all during the month of November. And she kept posting on her Facebook about how her word count kept kind of climbing and climbing and climbing. And it was really cool to see. And I'm like, you know what? I could do that. I bet that's just the push I need and just the accountability. And so I decided I would start. I think I signed up for Nano on the 26th, and I'm like, there's no way I'm going to make it. And I knew that. It was just to get the accountability and to get that going. So I started on the 26th. I wrote about 60 pages. I got into mid-December. I was doing really good. It felt, it was amazing to, I mean, I didn't know how it was going to go, having never written anything like that before. But I kept just seeing it kind of come to life, and it kind of streamed on the page, and more kept coming. Like a movie was playing in your head. It was really awesome. But I got about 60 pages in and realized I needed to scrap it because it led me to a place I didn't want the story to go, kind of a dead end, and it didn't really make sense to me anymore. So unfortunately I scrapped that. But then after Christmas, I started on the 26th, and I started my book that the first draft that led me to my book. And a lot of you know, on February 12th, I finished my first draft, and I am so excited. Here it is right here. Ta-da! And I am so stinking proud of this thing. I mean, it almost feels like I gave birth, and in a way I did because it came out of my brain. I mean, but just look at this thing. I mean, it's seriously huge. It's like 307 pages. And I mean, I started out with just such a simple idea. I mean, I just wrote, a blurb and a synopsis, and I'm like, you know what, this is a good story. I think I could make this work. And it's kind of been floating in my head, since I was like 14 or 15. But it's not the same story at all. I mean, it's loads better for one thing, and it's just, I mean, I don't even really remember. I mean, who remembers what you wrote about when you were 14? So, but yeah, this is it. This is my book. I picked it up from Office Max with this nice, binding. I think it was like $30, and I got a little nice cover on it. It's, nice and clear. So, it's very durable. And then it has a nice vinyl cover on the back, similar. But it's all pages, it's just, and it's single-sided. So, so you can write on one side, and then on the other side you have your print. So it's really nice, and especially for editing, which is where I am now. So I took a break, like 11 days. That's all really I could afford, because hey, it's winter. You're getting bored. Cabin fever setting in. Okay, no judgment. So I picked it up just today and I started editing. And what I do is I just go through, each page by page, and then I would, write post-its on one side, things I know I want to change, and then I would just kind of fill in here with, little pencil marks, stuff like that, things I want to change and take out and stuff. And I think I made it to chapter 1 through chapter 1 in the prologue, which is pretty good. That's like, I don't know, 15 pages. But I'm getting kind of freaked out because there's not much I want to take out yet. And maybe it's just because it's the beginning, and you have to set up the storyline. You can't really afford to take much out of the beginning. Maybe I'm just justifying myself, but I don't know. I'm getting kind of freaked out because if I can't take stuff out of this, I mean, this is a stinking huge book, and this is not a Harry Potter book. People are not going to want to pick up a 300-page book and be like, ooh, let's read this one. I think I'll read it before bed. You know, it's probably not going to be very likely, especially in the genre I'm writing, which is young adult. You know, people aren't going to want, you know, the 600-page book or something. So I kind of need to trim it down and get to the meat of my story. So editing for me is pretty exciting. It's also a lot easier than writing a first draft, because when you're writing a first draft, you kind of, it's like watching a movie. It kind of all comes out of your head at one time, and you're just trying to keep up, and you're just trying to write with it, and just go, just go with it. I mean, it's pretty crazy. It's really intense. You know, I wrote like up to at least 1,000 words a day for so long that's all I knew. But going to editing, it's pretty exciting because it's easy to pick up and then put down. It's not something that you kind of have to keep pushing forward on. It's really going to be really easy, I think, to just pick up and put down and do a little bit here and a little bit there, and bring it with you in the car on road trips. Just shove it in a backpack. Whatever. It's going to be really really awesome. I'm very excited because first draft took a lot. It was really hard. Lot of work. So I'm glad for the editing stage. But so that is my book. And then another thing, one other thing I have to work on is a title. And I know a lot of you are like, oh, you wrote a book and you don't have a title? Seriously? I mean, it's pathetic, really. I mean, I can't think of a good title that really encompasses the whole idea of the book. And titles are what I used to think of all the time when I was younger. But so it's pretty funny. But here's some ideas. The Blue Star Sin, Starlight's Fire, and Flames of Starlight. And those are the ideas I really like. So let me know which one you like. I'm kind of leaning towards the Blue Star Sin. And a star sin is a ring, for those of you who don't know, in my book. It is a magical ring. So you'll have to kind of read it to figure out what it is, obviously. But they're pretty good titles. So let me know which one you like, and then we'll have to see which one I choose. So that is my new thing, all about editing and just about writing in general. And I'm just really excited to be back on it. I really missed it. But anyway, hope you have a good week, and everyone take care.